Bonjour les amis, ici Kirby Jambon encore avec une autre leçon dans le français louisianais. We're going to continue our lessons in Louisiana French. Today we're going to focus on two different verbs associated with the idea of going and leaving. We're going to talk about a little song. We're going to use a little song to help us with that today. Again, for those of you just joining us, these lessons, there are several different lessons in beginning Louisiana French on my Facebook channel. And if you want the accompanying documents to go along with them, please Facebook message me and I will add you to the chat group Louisiana French Lessons, and the documents will be attached there. We are currently in the second set. You might have to scroll up again to find them, depending on your if you're looking for them, what kind of computer or laptop or phone. I attached them twice, and there are two sets of documents. We're currently in the second set of documents that is located in there. Today we're going to start with the document which it says Lesson 8, the verb aller, to go, and the future. We're going to begin that lesson today. It's page 7, là, okay? And so that's what we'll be following along with today. So first of all, I begin with a little song. It's a song that one of my great-grandfather used to sing. My mother would tell me that he would sing this song to my great-grandmother, and it goes called Mon bon vieux mari, and it goes like this: Et jusque t'es parti, oui, mon bon vieux mari, et jusque t'es parti, qui m'appelle l'amour, et jusque t'es parti, oui, mon bon vieux mari, le meilleur buveur du pays. Mes chers, je suis parti au bar, je vais me saouler. And that first verse of the song, you hear "Et jusque t'es parti." Et jusque, we've talked about that before, meaning where. T'es parti is the verb partir, which means to leave. And t'es parti can mean where are you off to, where are you going, where are you leaving to go to. And mon bon vieux mari, my good old husband. Qui m'appelle l'amour, the one who calls me love, who calls me his love. In some versions, you will see qui me fait l'amour, faire l'amour, would mean to court, someone who's courting me in the Old French. It has a different meaning today, but in Old French it meant that. And then she calls him aussi le meilleur buveur du pays, which means the greatest drinker in the land. And of course, he says he's going to the bar and he's going se saouler. You can gather what se saouler means. Me saouler, je vais me saouler. That's called a reflexive verb. When he says the me, it means he himself is going to be getting himself inebriated. If it was se saouler, it means someone else you're referring to and get himself inebriated. Te saouler would be you getting yourself inebriated as well. All right. So that's the way the song goes. You can gather what it's about. It's one of the reasons my grandfather loved to sing it, I think. All right. And the next verse, he says, Mais quand tu vas revenir, oui, mon bon vieux mari. Et quand tu vas revenir, that means when are you going to come back? Venir, the verb to come. Revenir, or revenir, meaning to return, to come back. And he says, Mais je connais pas, demain ou un autre jour. I don't know, tomorrow or another day. I don't know if I'd respond that way, but that's what he responded in the song. And then she says, Mais quoi c'est que tu veux, je te cuis, ouais, bon vieux mari. You might hear, Quoi c'est que je veux que tu cuises, or cuise, different versions, cuis, cuise, cuise. You might hear the different versions of that. But all come from the verb to cook. So based on, you might hear qui c'est rather than quoi c'est as well, which means, what do you want me to cook for you when you're coming back? I don't know. It's kind of interesting. If I just told my love, my wife, my spouse, if I'm just told them I'm going to the bar to drink and don't know when I'm coming back, I don't know if I think I might be afraid to eat what they cook for me, but that's what the song is about. But he says, Quoi tu veux je te cuise? He says, well, laisse-moi voir. 5 douzaines d'œufs, yeah, 5 douzaines d'œufs, dozen eggs, yeah. Demi-gallon de couscous, a half gallon of couscous. Couscous, which is we find in the parts of Louisiana, is a kind of a fried cornmeal that you sometimes eat for breakfast. Kind of heavy food as well. And 2 livres de pain perdu. 2 livres, and livre is a pound. So 2 pounds of pain perdu. Pain perdu literally means lost bread, which is the word we use for French toast. And because what makes the best French toast is a bread that's about to go stale. It's kind of sturdy, it stands up to the milk and eggs. So it's a kind of lost bread, pain perdu, and 2 pounds of pain perdu. Yeah, so that's a lot to eat, huh? Yeah. Okay, and she responds, of course, very logically, mais ça va te tuer, oui, mon bon vieux mari. Mais ça va te tuer si m'appelle l'amour. Mais ça va te tuer, oui, mon bon vieux mari. Mari qui est le meilleur buveur du pays. Sorry, still early in the morning for my singing. Okay? And he responds, ha, je m'en fous pas mal, mais moi je vais mourir quand même. She says that's going to kill you. And he responds, "M'en fous pas mal," which means I don't care, I don't give a darn, you know. Je vais mourir quand même, you know, I'm gonna die anyway. In some versions, he says, "Je veux mourir quand même," I want to die anyway, you know. So, and then she responds, "Mais tu veux que je t'enterre, ouais, mon bon vieux mari? Where do you want me to bury you?" Okay. And he responds, "Mais enterre-moi dans le coin de la cour et de temps en temps passe-moi une petite bouteille de whisky pour boire avec le vieux job, or le vieux diable." Enterre-moi dans le coin de la cour. I mean, it's in the corner of the yard. I've heard, instead of court, I've heard they sometimes use cheminée, which means like in the corner of the fireplace. In this one, he says, passe-moi une petite bouteille de whiskey. You can gather what that is, a little bottle of whiskey. Pour boire avec le vieux job. To drink with the old devil, diable or job. Maybe that's where he thinks he's heading. I don't know. But in other versions, he simply is passe-moi une patate chaude. Pass me a hot potato, either a hot potato or a hot sweet potato, rather than. And sometimes the song is called la patate chaude instead. Chaud is the word for hot. Chaude is the feminine version. Chaud and chaude. Patate can mean, depending on the region of Louisiana you're from, patate in certain regions it means a potato, and they distinguish between a patate anglaise and patate. A patate douce. And patate anglaise is a Irish potato. We say an English potato, a patate anglaise, a white potato. And patate douce are sweet potatoes. In other regions, in patate or a patate douce is a sweet potato. And then an Irish potato or white potato is called une pomme de terre, which literally means earth apple. So it depends on the region where you're from. Okay. Now, are you ready? So that's how that song pretty much ends. Now, so let's talk about these. This will inspire us to talk a little bit about the words. The two verbs aller and partir. Aller is the verb we use meaning to go, and it's the same thing in international French. Sometimes a little different pronunciation, but you're gonna hear things like this. So aller is to go. If you want to say I'm going, je vais. Internationally, you would hear je vais. Many regions in familiar language, they would still say the va in Canada. Je vais. You'd hear that kind of thing. We would say je vais, which could mean I'm going or I go. Tu vas, il va, elle va. Those are all you're going, he goes, she goes, she's going, things like that. On va, we're going, we go. Okay. Vous autres va, that means y'all are going. Okay. Which is kind of different from some other regions that use vous autres or vous autres. They would probably conjugate it the same way with vous, like vous autres allez. But in Louisiana French, aller, we say vous allez is reserved only for the vous de politesse, the vous, the respectful vous, or someone older. But with the plural, we say vous autres va. Vous autres va. Depending upon your regions, you might say ils vont for they go or they're going, or eux autres va, or eux va, or ça va. Any one of those kind of expressions. Now, the word allons means let's go. Now, just a little point about allons. Allons means let's go, but in Louisiana French, we put allons in front of a verb to mean let's do that verb. So if I said allons manger, it means let's eat. It doesn't necessarily mean let's go eat. Let's eat. For example, allons danser is let's dance. So allons is let's go, but before a verb, it just means let's. Now, if you want to say, well, let's go dancing, you might say allons aller danser. Let's go dancing. But to let's dance, allons danser. And if you're talking to one person, you would say va. If you're talking to more than one person, you would say aller, telling you go. That means go. Va. I'm telling you, va là-bas. Go over there. All right? And I'm going to say, for more than one person, aller. All right? Now, on the next page, sur page 8, you're going to see past tense forms. And one of the interesting things about the past tense forms of aller, it actually takes the form of the verb être, to be, in the past tense, which is a correct way to say it in international French. It's just not it's not like the most proper way, but you'll hear it as well used. I found that in grammar books as well. So when you say I went or I've been, which is also I've been, you might hear j'ai été. T'as été for you went. Il a été. Elle a été, for he went and she went. On a été. And again, so forth, continue with the other ones, that a été. Now, for the verb partir, it comes from the verb meaning to leave, but we use it to mean also I'm on my way, or I'm headed that way, or I'm off that way, as well as to mean I'm leaving to go that. I'm the word to leave, I should say. So you might hear like this. Try this. Je suis parti. I'm on my way. I'm headed. Okay. T'es parti. You're on your way. You're headed. Okay. Elle est partie. She's on her way. Like that. All right. Ils sont partis, which means they're off. They're gone. They're headed that way. You know? And then I give you some other verbs on page 8 that you can kind of add to it to kind of practice. So that would be a good little practice for next time. You can say, je vais à la banque. I'm going to the bank. Okay, which that's okay. It's still open, I think. Huh? Go drive through. And on va à la grosserie. We're going to the grocery store. All right. Let's just pronounce some of these words. Ready? À la boutique, which is the store. À la boutique de linge, a clothing store, or au magasin de linge, you can say, depending on your region. À la campagne, which is country. À la maison, to the house, home. À la maison de cour, courthouse. À la messe, to mass. À la pharmacie, to the pharmacy, to the drugstore. À la salle de danse, which would be to the dance hall or to the club. À l'école, school. À l'église, which is church. Okay. À l'habitation, to the farm. À l'hôpital, to the hospital. À l'hôtel, to the hotel. À l'office, to the office. À l'ouvrage, going to work. Je suis parti à l'ouvrage would mean I'm headed to work. Au bois, in the woods. Okay. Au collège means college or university. Collège, I think, in other parts of the world means the middle school, but in Louisiana refers to college or university. Au magasin, our magasin can be to the store, or we talked about that before. In some regions, it might mean a barn. Au parc means to the park. Okay. Au village would mean to town, to whatever nearest the town is there. Now, if you're going to a person's place, we use the term chez, and sometimes pronounced c'est without the H sound. And chez means simply at the place of that person. So where in English you would say, I'm going to John's, I'm going to John's house, I'm going to John's. In French you would say, je vais chez Jean, or je vais chez John. Okay, c'est John or chez John or quelque chose comme ça, something like that. Chez Marie, I'm going to Marie's. C'est Marie. On est parti, c'est Marie. We're off to go to Marie's house. Okay, so you can practice those a little bit for next time as well. Okay, and another thing I want you to practice a little bit for next time is on page 12. These are leisure activities you can do in French. Okay, so different leisure activities. You can practice those. Again, you're going to use the LSU Cajun French website to help you with those different activities. Now, I did include, if you go to my YouTube channel, if you look on the About section at the bottom, there are links. I added some links there, and one of the links I added was the LSU Cajun French website link, so you can click directly from there to look at the LSU Cajun French site. You're going to see I got a lot of this information from there as well. There are also some other links on there as well. There's links where you can purchase books, like there's Éditions Tantamar, which publishes my French poetry books, and there's UL Press, which publishes other books like Bé pour Bayou right there, and the other books about which might be in French. Now, they probably were not, since during this time of social distancing, they might not be available at this time because there might not be anyone working there at this time, but in the future you'll have those. There are a couple of other links there to Codafilm, Télé Louisiane, which is a bunch of young French-speaking Louisianians who are doing some great work of making videos and doing some great work locally for us in the French language. So there are a couple of links you might be interested in, so check that out as well. And again, I hope to see you next time for our next lesson dans le français louisianais. Okay? And jusqu'à la prochaine fois, all right? Soignez-vous autres, soignez les autres, okay? Et tout le monde va être correct, tout le monde va être OK et magnifique. Okay? Take care of each other. All right. Au revoir. Bye.